I look sickly. Hello internet, my name is Tori, and today I have my pan porn, pan those eyeshadows, pan that palette, whatever you want to call it, update for this past month, so August. So if you don't know, I do a lot of project pan, and I also do 1 month, 1 palette. So anything that's in those type of pans will be said in the later part of the video. Just want to say now that if you enjoy, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to the cat. And if you hear the air conditioning, I'm sorry. Hopefully I can fix it in post and put some music so it's not as annoying. But New Jersey randomly decided to get to 90 today, even though it's been 80s all week. So shout out. Today, actually I didn't want to wear any makeup, which is odd for me for once. So that's also why I think I kind of feel like I look sickly. If you don't know what this pan is, I go through all of my single eyeshadows and my palettes, and every month I will show photos from the previous month of the previous time I used the eyeshadow and compare it to now to start making progress in my collection. And the people who inspired me to do this are always linked down below. And the first thing is actually we have an empty. This is a CoverGirl single eyeshadow. I was filming a project pan that will be out soon, and in it, this product completely fell out onto my bed. And it didn't crumble, but how it looked and felt after I picked it up made me know that it was no longer safe to put on my eyes. So adios. These 3 singles, I actually used my singles for once. I normally never do, that's why I tend to not have a lot, but I have the LA Colors matte eyeshadow. I have the shade Crushed, so this dark, nice plum color. I have the matte eyeshadow from LA Colors in Secret. So, basic mauve crease shade, kind of reminds me of Bon Fresco from ABH. And then the LA Colors Baby Pop eyeshadow in Purple Rain. So this I actually don't have a dupe of in my collection, so lit. So now we're gonna go into my Baby Z palette to get it out of the way. So as always, I have my Caffeine Lights and Morphe eyeshadow just on the top of it, so we're gonna move that away for now. And here is the state of it. So ABH Raw Sienna, ABH Bon Fresco, and Vermeer, and then this is from the Tarte 2015 Romantic Eye Essentials palette. Oh, I gotta put it on the screen again because I can't remember. I thought I would. And then this is from a L'Oreal Quad 504. So this palette has changed a lot. A lot of shades were finished up, and they will all be on my panning Instagram because I can't remember which ones I used up and haven't, because this is my rotating little baby of stuff I can pan. I use this little trio, but I don't think you're gonna see any difference. It's the Wet n Wild William Marina Me. The brow bone shade is in a project, but this is a Smashbox Full Exposure little mini palette. So I made Franken shades in it. So I made a Franken shade light gray so I could start pulling in the more grays, and I hit big pan on that. I made a pink, hit pan on it, and I made a new crease shade and I hit pan on it. And the other shades have a nice dip, but that's about it. This little dude is the death of me, but it's fine. The Tartelette Tease. I used this palette I think twice. This camera hates this gold. But yeah, you can't really tell any difference. All the other shades still look the same. This is the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette. I think from the last update I've expanded the pan on the Vine. I most likely did. But everything else is not touched. But the Vine was, because it's in my A to Z project pan. I used this for once. This is a Kat Von D Pastel Got. Disclaimer, I no longer support her. I feel like I have to say that every time I open or mention one of these products. I'm not decluttering it because I'm a broke college student, and I'm gonna use up my makeup till it's expired. So yeah, you can kind of tell that I've actually touched these now, when before it was just like the lines in the middle. Skull is beat to death. And then my last palette before we'll talk about my throwing shade palettes in here also. This is the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Androgyny. I have a video plan with this dude. I have no idea when I'm gonna do it, but I don't want to spoil it. You can tell I'm excited. Save for the top is beat. I'm trying to think. Androgyny always looks beat because it broke because I shadowed in the mirror. Military Poison and Swallow still look untouched, but everything else you can tell I stuck my little fingers into. We'll do the first eyeshadows I started in throwing shade. So how throwing shade was timed, if you want to hear me talk about my first throwing shade palette, it's in my last Pan That Palette video. I timed mine a little bit different than all the other ladies, but I still kept the consecutive 4-week thing. So my second week was the Makeup Geek and Manny MUA palette. I don't care for this, but I'm not gonna get rid of it. And I know that's kind of dumb because I could get money from it because it is this dude, but I really like Aphrodite, and that's the purple, or Aphrodite, whatever. To put it on my outer V, I really like it. And I know that's stupid, that I really like that. And then I mean Insomnia is cool because I think Makeup Geek before this only ever had it as a pigment, and your girl has never touched a pigment in her life because she don't trust herself. But these are all boring. I mean the red's nice, but I don't know fam. It's definitely, I think I use every shade, but I think I use every shade but Cosmopolitan, which is that one, if I'm reading it correctly. But yeah, definitely something I'm planning to depot in the future. And then we have my Tarte Pro palette. I don't even think there's a big change in this. I have not reached for this in a long time since I stopped committing to panning it, which I should commit to it again. But I mean, if anything has changed, Vintage definitely got bigger because that's Vintage, Classic, and Vamp are all Franken shadows in here. And these two definitely expanded. I need to finish Chic. It's pissing me off. I need to keep this palette out so I can use it. And then we'll talk about my opinions on my first palette that I've used so far for this update of throwing shade, and then, well, for the recent, I don't know how to word it, the current status of throwing shade. That's what it is. So I've been using the Rock Free Spirit palette, and I think you can definitely tell now that I've beat the heck out of this bad boy. The cream shade and the pink shades already had a dent to begin with because I used it as a junior prom shade 2 years ago, but now this cream shade is beat. Look, I mean, all of them have stab marks in it because a long time ago, but I think I could literally use every shade in this palette up except this shitty Lavender Lilac. It gives no pigmentation. I rather use my Lorac Pro Brunch palette because I think there's a shade similar to it. There's most likely is, but every shade besides that shade is gonna be easy for me to use up, which is good. Since this is old as heck. I don't even want to look up the batch number because I got it from a Nordstrom rack 2 years ago. So it's definitely 4 years old, if not more. So, and then so far this past week I've been using the Urban Decay After Dark palette. I don't think you're gonna see much of any difference, but just a word of the wise, because a lot of people don't like putting shimmers in the crease, and it's not something people do nowadays, but it's definitely something you can do with most palettes. But this one, don't put these in your crease. They're not that good in my opinion. Yeah, they're I I put Supersonic in my crease, and how it like blended out patchy, which is weird because when it's on the lid it's beautiful, but blended out patchy, and then it kind of looked like I had pink eye. Yeah, it was fun yesterday. But anyway, enough about that. So now we're going to talk about my palette for the month, which was my Naked Heat palette. So I actually grabbed for this a lot. I've been primarily focusing on Ounce because it's in my A to Z project pan. I think the only shade I didn't use was Dirty Talk and Scorch. I think. But I touched everything else. So like, actually not that mad at myself now. But like, I could have got more use out of it. And now for this month's palette, I have something that I got as a Christmas present, and I did not touch it a lot because I was focusing on panning other stuff at the time. And this is the Lorac Mega Pro 4. My baby. Looks brand new besides Spice, Peacock, Mocha looks used, Butterscotch, and Cotton. But the only reason Butterscotch, Mocha, and Cotton look used is because I lent this to someone else to use it at a dance recital. But yeah, I have not used this a lot, and it pains me because the reason I wanted this palette so bad was primarily for Locust, and then I liked how this whole area looked in like the teaser photos when it was first launched. And then I saw it and actually saw it in person, and it's a lot more browns than I would have expected in this palette, but like I just need to use it because Lorac shades are so easy to pan. I should know, and it's no excuse because I can do anything with this. Like, are you kidding me? Like, the cream shades like Cotton and Pink Penelope will be so easy for me to like use up that like I just gotta put my foot in the door and do it. But yeah, that's what my eyeshadows look like at this current month. Hopefully I have a lot more pan showing in September. I think that September's gonna be a weird month for me because it's my first like month of college and my first year of college, so it's gonna be a little weird, but I just gotta do it and I gotta keep doing me, and yeah, hopefully I find a system that works and I don't go off YouTube for a couple of months like I normally do when school starts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed. And I post videos pretty much every Tuesday and Saturday unless I have a project pan on a select day. So I hope you're having an amazing day or night whenever you're watching this, and peace out, Girl Scout.